I hear you, but Ellen, I hate putting together motifs. And how do you put together hexagons anyway? So let's get to it today. So here is the blanket put together. I am putting the seam on the front side, the right side of this blanket, because I think it adds a nice little element, and I like the way the colors come together and create this really fine thin line. So what we're doing is we're taking our same G size hook, and I have the last motif here going. We're going to put the seam on the top, on the front side, not the back side, but the front side. So I'm putting the back sides together in a sandwich, and I have my joining color, which is the alfalfa green. Remember, the link is in the description below if you want to purchase yarn. It does not cost you any extra than your usual purchase, and the affiliate link helps me. I'm placing the slip knot on the hook, and I am going to match up the stitches. So remember, there's 3 in each corner. So I am going to join with a slip stitch using the back loop only of the yellow and the back loop only of the adjacent motif. You see where I'm going here, matching stitches. And I am going to slip stitch, pulling that all the way through everything. Okay. So now I'm going to continue slip stitching, and then after we do this motif, we're going to join the strip to each other. So still matching stitches, the back loops only. You can pull the tail out of the way however you want. We're slip stitching all the way through, matching up just the loops that are closest to each other, and we're just slip stitching. So it is looking like this. So there's a chain on this side, and then there's just little like humpity bumps on the other side, and that is the way it is supposed to look. So as you're looking at it, you're seeing these chains here on the surface. So we have just a few of these to do, so I'm going to go ahead and do the whole motif for you. If you missed the first video of the colorful hexagons baby blanket, go back and watch the video on how to make the hexagons themselves. This is for the baby blanket compilation that I am working on. I'm working on a baby blanket compilation for you. Okay, so as we get to the other end, we want to make sure and use that middle single crochet of each motif. Make sure that they're actually lined up, that you still have them, you're at the middle one of each. Pull that slip stitch through, and we're actually cutting, and of course I don't have scissors handy. How do I not have scissors handy? I literally have like 300 pairs of scissors. Every year at back to school time, I buy a bunch of child safety scissors so that I have them all over the house. Okay, so fasten that off, and you'll just add all of these to each other to make long strips. So now what I did, by the way, is I laid them all out flat on my floor and made sure that I had the order that I wanted. And then I stacked them in strips and had the stacks of strips so that I could get them all done in the right order. And when I laid them all out, I first took a photo of them so that I could use my photo as reference of where I wanted the motifs to go. All right, so I had my little stacks, and I did them as quickly as possible so I wouldn't get the stacks mixed up or messed up or have the pets move them. All right, now to make strips, so once you have your strips, you have all of them in strips, then you join the strips. So I'm going to go back here and make sure that I have lined up my hexagons. Now you'll see here, and I'll move this down a little bit, you'll see here that the point of one is going to be at the upper point here. So we're going to have this apex where we have to like fit it together. And that's the tricky part that you all get confused about, that we are going to do together today. But we, remember, are going to place a slip knot on the hook and lining these up, we will make sure and get the middle single crochet of the one and the point of this one up here. So make sure you have it all nice and like, where's my 3? 1, 2, 3. So here's my middle one. Line it up correctly at the beginning so that you've got the best chance of staying lined up through the entire strip. Okay, so slip stitch. I'm going to move that tail out of the way. I'll weave it in later. I have not figured out a edging to this blanket yet. Haven't figured out what I'm going to do. Probably nothing too fancy because I do love the simplicity of this blanket. The colors really do all the work, so I don't want to distract from the colors and have it be so much different than the simple look of it. So if I had a really fancy lacy edging, then it probably would not look balanced. Okay, so as we're approaching the corner, we are going to find the middles of everything. So I am finding, so the middles of the strip have already been used. Okay, so I see that that last final stitch is already there. Like I've already used those middles, so I'm going to use them again, and I'm going to use the middle. So I'm going to put my hook through everything. So through the middle single crochet of the current motif we're on, I'm going to put my hook there. Now I'm also going to put my hook through the middle of the teal one, which is already used, and I'm going to put my hook through the yellow one, which is already used. And then I will just wrap my yarn and pull through everything. Okay, that ensures that all 3 of them are tied together and that there will not be a hole there. And then you will just continue. Hobie's going to bark at the garbage truck, which just pulled up because, you know, timing is everything. So he is hearing the garbage truck collect our morning recycling. Okay, so hey, it's the Midwest. You hear the rumble of the truck. He's actually being really good, I guess because he saw it coming, maybe. Okay. Anyway, so we get down to this divot. Let's do this divot here too. I hope that you're finding crochet to be a relaxing and valuable use of your time. I know I do. A day without crochet is a day that feels incomplete to me. I don't know why God gave me a passion for crochet, but he did, so I'm going to go with it. Don't deny it. Lean into it. Make it part of life. For some reason, it feels valuable. Okay, so here we are. We're going to use those middles, which have already been used once when the strip was joined. So you can, this time I'm going to go ahead and do, I guess I'm doing my hook in the ones that are closest to me first. So when I was over here, I inserted my hook in this motif first and then the others. And now as I am joining and placing this one, sandwiching this yellow one in between these, I'm going to insert my hook through the 2 middle stitches here and also get that tail here, and then go ahead and grab the middle one that has not been used yet up here and yarn over and pull through everything. Okay, so in terms of like what order do you insert your hook into the middle single crochets of each thing, then just I am doing the ones that are closest to me. So anyway, and then just continue when you do that, you're just going through the back loop only so that the stitches stay on the ridge. And I hope that helps demystify how to crochet hexagons together, because I don't like sewing, I like crocheting. So if you liked this video, here's another one that's similar that you might also enjoy. And here is the video, the last video that was uploaded in case you missed it. Everyone, please like and subscribe.